Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we'll be playing some more Skyrim, you know, same as usual. Last time we continued the Dawnguard questline, and Skyrim has brought us back to Castle Volkihar in order to perhaps find her mother. She doesn't exactly know where her mother is, but it appears she has a bit of a hunch. We've been through her mother's old garden and we're going deeper into the castle. Let's see if we can find Sharonda's mother, try and find these other Elder Scrolls, and stop her father from doing whatever he's trying to do. Seems to be something to do with the sun. Maybe getting rid of the sun? It's a little concerning. You know, for us. Vampires, oh, they love that kind of stuff. I mean, they're not sun fans, typically, but, you know, I like the sun. Alright, come on now. Oh, wow. Skeleton dining hall. They were just enjoying a nice meal, and we came to interrupt. My apologies. God, a lot of this castle is vacant. That's kind of weird. I don't know if, I don't know. I doubt there's any significant lore reason behind it. Suggests that perhaps there was a decline in the population. I know Serana talked about getting or moving into the castle at some point, but I think that was a long-ass time ago. But it seems like a significant chunk of this castle is now not occupied. Staying hydrated, you know how it is. Oh! More gargoyles. Oh. Alright. Hey, those guys can be pretty tough, you know. Considering that they drain... Nice one, Serana. They drain your health when they hit you. If you're not ready, they can really do a number on you. Oh, more skeletons. Oh, what's happening? Hello? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, who the hell are you? Just a reanimated gargoyle? Nothing to be concerned about? Oh. Who else is hitting me? Ah. Oh. What shot do we have equipped? Perfect. I mean, you know, we're in an enclosed space, but you always gotta take a Fusroda opportunity, right? Or I always do. It's one of the most satisfying things to do in Skyrim. To Fusroda someone off a ledge or something. Off a mountain. Or an equivalent ledge-type structure. Alright, come on. Oh, nice block there. That's intensive Skyrim combat for you. Alright. I can hear you. There we are. Oh. Oh, man. You got the jump on me. Well, not really. I still blasted him, but I was hoping to blast him while he was still up there. Not much difference, though. Another gargoyle. So, I mean, the skeletons... I don't know, they seem like... I always thought skeletons were reanimated thralls. The gargoyles definitely are, but then I'm like, why are they in here? To prevent anyone from coming here? Maybe. Yeah, that's probably it. Just bash him in the face. I guess it would be to prevent people from coming here. I mean, we're supposedly finding something here, right? So there must be some valuable stuff. Even if it seems almost entirely abandoned. Gargoyles, I understand why they have ore on them. You know, they're beings made of stone. That makes some sense to me, but... Well, I was gonna say I wonder why they always have gems on them, but then it might also just be related to the fact that they're made of stone. You know, you're mining for something, you can find some gems as you go. Maybe it's that. Oh wow, we have a big one. See, he's absorbing a lot of health when he hits me. That's why they can be a little bit annoying. I guess it's just the fact that they're made of stone, though. You know, you got to imagine they've been sculpted somehow, perhaps refined, not just pulled from the ground. So it'd be a little odd if there were still gems in there. Ow.
I knew I heard something.
Well, you were right, Serana. Come on. I feel like there's more gargoyles somewhere. There you go. Doink. Get destroyed, buddy. Y'all simply don't stand a chance. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but you really don't. God, this is extensive. Although this is, I'm kind of remembering some of this as I walk through it. I mean, you know, it's been a while since I've done a playthrough of the Dawnguard questline, but it's sort of coming back to me a little bit. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I remember the broad strokes, and I do remember the broad strokes of most of Skyrim, but I will say the DLC, you know, Dragonborn, Dawnguard, in terms of overall Skyrim content, I've probably played them perhaps the least. You know, you played the base game a little bit more. And so, you know, the sort of play-by-play of all parts of Skyrim are a little fuzzy, aside from certain parts. But with the DLC, even the broad strokes are a little fuzzy to me. I'm trying to remember how the rest of this questline goes, and I cannot really. Uh-oh. I know we have more gargoyles in store. Come on. Are the rest of you gonna pop up? Waiting, waiting. Okay, oh. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, sorry, Serana. I think I just killed your little thrall. Your reanimated skeleton. Alright, come on. Come on, you're done for. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Alright, good. I don't usually like to take the risk, but sometimes I cannot be bothered to heal. Oh, Serana. Alright, see there's a ladder over there. That's probably the way we have to go. Anything else? Oh, wow. I really don't want more weight on me, but I'll take it. Again, I mean, this is why I'm always so over-encumbered. I can't help myself. Why am I so over-encumbered? What do I have? No, seriously, though. Why am I so over-encumbered? Okay. Oh. Alright, yeah. I think it's because... Okay, yeah. It's because I got a bunch of random crap on me. And some stuff that I took... Oh, wow, yeah. We gotta do a inventory clear out, because I'm getting quite encumbered with a bunch of random stuff. Also, some of the stuff I took from Lydia when she left. Oh, Lydia. Wow, magic regenerates 125% faster. Pretty
I don't
good.
think we've reached the top yet. I bet there's some kind of secret passage around here.
Oh, it's not up the ladder. I'm a moron. Secret passage. Got it. See, this is where I told y'all I do not remember the play-by-play. So I'm like, secret passage. I'm sure there is. I do not remember where. Fireplace secret passage? Maybe, perhaps. Oh, there we are. Classic. Why don't you give your mom credit for being smart? That's just kind of rude, ain't it? If your mom's smart, give her the credit. Come on now. That's just a funny thing to say about your mother. My mother, always smarter than I gave her credit for. It's like, huh? Okay. Ah, now this looks like something. What do we have here? Care to explain?
Look at this place. This has to be it.
I
I
reckon.
knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know.
Oh,
But I had no idea she had a setup like this.
yoink.
Look at all this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing?
Years. I could do this
I'm
in
not
like
sure
3
about the
days.
circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone.
I mean, I remember what the circle is, but it's also reminiscent of the circle we saw before we went to Sovereign Guard, if that gives y'all any hints. Okay, Serana, so what exactly are we looking for?
My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there.
Got it. Yeah, did your mother keep gargoyles here?
Not that I ever saw.
Okay.
My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking.
But
She just found them fascinating.
I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Wait, what was the implication there? I wasn't thinking anything. Your mother maintained quite a laboratory.
I had no idea her laboratory even existed.
Oh.
She had an alchemy set up in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes close to what's here.
Okay, what did she research?
Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks like she was trying to advance her necromancy.
Well, you know, in Castlevania, Vlad's wife, she also did a bit of research, but she was like a doctor, not a necromancer. Advance her necromancy, okay, that's a little taboo around here, so to what end?
I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire.
Sure. I guess that sort of
Remember she
is
used to keep a
one of the
small
eternal
journal. See if you can dig it up.
goals of necromancy. Oh. See, Skyrim really knows how to give the game away. No price, you know, no weight. You're like, okay, there's something unique about that. Alright, what was she reading? Anything good? Any good literature in here? Making of the English Working Class by E.P. Thompson. We got some Dostoevsky. God, what am I doing? Sorry, there wasn't actually anything there, was there? I don't think so. If you want to know where my mind's at, those are the two books / authors that came to my mind. Oh, yoink, thank you. I'm always, if I see any Grand Soul Gems, I'm yoinking them. They will be very useful in the future. Oh, this could be useful. So I'm stealing all your I mean, your mother's been gone for ages, so I'm not too worried about it, but I am stealing her stuff. Ooh, okay. I hope I can disenchant. Oh, man. I have to sell the rest of this. Okay. I've got so much random stuff. I almost went to long press the inventory button, but, that is not... That's Fallout. That's how you activate your Pip-Boy light in Fallout. Skyrim, you need a torch. Oh, okay, shit. I need to pay attention. I looked around this whole room, and I just was not paying attention, so... I clearly just passed by her journal while I was not, thinking. Alright, maybe it is on the bookcase. Alright, it's gotta be in the bookcase then, because I don't see it, anywhere else. Ah, there we go. I think I literally passed over that. Whoops. I was too busy talking about fucking Dostoevsky. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see what we have here. 27th last seed. Hearken's short-sightedness becoming a serious problem, warned him time and time again. His foolish prophecy would cast far too much light on our people. Yet he refuses to listen. Well, that ended up coming true. Become less of a wife and more of an annoyance in his eyes, devoting attention to my work is the only solace I can find while enduring his ridiculous crusade. 28th last seed. A breakthrough. Able to attune the portal vessel to the soul cairn properly by using a small sample of ingredients. Portal opened only for a few seconds, but she's confident she could sustain it indefinitely. Missing a key ingredient. Masters are speaking in riddles. Third Hearthfire. I've done it. After wasting thousands of gold coins on components, I've discovered how to sustain the portal. Listing the components below. As a secondary precaution, I'm combining my own blood into the formula, which should prevent anyone from being able to duplicate it and following me into the soul cairn. Okay. Formula consists of finely ground bone meal, purified void salt, and soul gem shards. Place the above in the silver-lined portal vessel and add blood as a reactive agent. I will make my way into the soul cairn tomorrow after I gather my things and prepare for a potentially lengthy exile. More importantly, interesting, I must enact my plans with Serana and get her to Dim Hollow Crypt as soon as possible. And, I mean, that's exactly where we found Serana. So how about that? Alrighty. So, you know, as we knew, this is a, portal to somewhere, to the soul cairn. I found your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see them.
What's this soul cairn that she mentions?
I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems, that the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn.
Any evidence to back that up? Was this theory empirical in any way, or just purely theoretical? Why did she care? I don't know, maybe she found it interesting, I don't know. Well, okay, why did she care where the used souls went?
The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return.
Interesting.
My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself.
Alrighty, if she made it there, we'll find her.
That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
Okay, I read the book, but why don't you spell it out to me, Serana? What do we need?
A handful of soul gem shards. Some finely ground bone meal. A good bit of purified void salts. Oh, damn it.
Know where to find all of those. What's wrong?
We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place.
Yeah, what about you? You share her blood.
Not bad. We'd better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started.
Alright. I mean, I know they are because I've seen them, but are all those ingredients here?
Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. You just need to find them.
It's funny because here we have the finely ground bone meal. It's the only unique ingredient that we have to get. Therefore, no weight, no value. Immediately stands. I'm really tempted to take this dragon bone, but it's just gonna encumber me more. And then it wasn't frost salts, right? It was void salts. And then the soul gem shards are over here. Ooh. Take that. Oh wow. I guess also the soul gem shards are unique. Are they all unique? Oh, I guess they are all unique.
Trouble finding those ingredients?
It's purified void salts. Well, maybe I'm not as perceptive as I thought. I only noticed one of the three. Come on now. Gotta be up here somewhere. Oh, duh. In the big bowl. There we go. Oh. Alright. Now remember, we have a bit of a choice coming up. If you don't know.
Then the rest is up to me.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
Let me save first. I think I'm ready.
Okay, here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. She actually created a portal in Soul Cairn. Incredible.
Wow. Look at that. Not bad, eh? Shall we go?
Incredible. Simply incredible.
Anything you can tell me about the Soul Cairn?
The Soul Cairn is a tiny sliver of Oblivion, the realm of the Daedra.
Uh-oh.
It's ruled by unseen beings known as the Ideal Masters.
It's kind of spooky. Why was your mother so fascinated by it?
Honestly, I don't know. Necromancers are always interested in souls, though, so that probably has some kind of interest.
Alright. Yeah, and actually, this is a question I'm curious about. What exactly are the Ideal Masters? It's a weird title.
Nobody really knows. As far as I've heard, no one's seen them and returned to Tamriel to tell about it.
Then how are you sure they even exist?
I've read stories. Stories about fools that manage to communicate with them.
Fools.
You give the Ideal Masters souls, they give you powers to summon the undead. It's all very businesslike.
Same instinct that I had. Fools? Why do you say that?
Because most of the stories end with the Ideal Masters duping the necromancers, who end up dead or wishing they were dead.
Sounds like a typical, I don't know, genie, djinn, some sort of, godlike being of some sort. Mischievous. Tricks whoever tries to use them. You know, typical stuff. Ow. 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 I'm hurting.
Are you alright? That looked painful.
It was. It was. It was. What happened?
Now that I think about it, I should have expected that. Sorry.
God damn it.
It's hard to describe. The Soul Cairn is, well, hungry, for lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment.
Oh, okay. No big deal then. I mean, frankly, I have enough magicka and restoration to constantly heal myself while I'm in there, but I mean, that's not very sustainable, I'll admit. That's an extremely risky position to be in. So there's no way in then?
There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it. Vampires aren't counted among the living.
No shot.
I could probably go through there without a problem.
I'm already a werewolf. Are you saying that I need to become a vampire?
Not your first choice, I'd guess.
I ain't doing it. There has to be another way.
Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but I'm doing the math in my head, and, wouldn't that kill me?
My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the Ideal Masters.
That's a terrible deal.
It might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the Soul Cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe.
Those are my only options?
I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way, something that would be easier for you.
Yeah, me too.
Just know that whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes things just have to be done.
That's funny.
I know that better than anybody.
That's a funny. At first, like, why would she even say that? She's already a vampire. But that's Bethesda setting us up for the big choice. Now, be real with us. This is a Bethesda game. The choice actually doesn't matter. Really. I mean, it does matter, because if you become a vampire, that's a major change. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick to the role-playing and not become a vampire, because it's not true to our character. But they give you an out, which is pretty easy to take. So, it's not really that big a deal. But I do think it's funny that they're like, no, get ready. This is a big choice. It's like, unless you want to be a vampire, at this point, there ain't no reason to become a vampire. So, we've made up our mind.
Have you made up your mind?
Soul trap me. I won't feel right. I'm already a damn werewolf. I don't use it very much, but I don't want to become a vampire. I won't feel right.
Are you sure? I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through.
It's thought
You'll
through.
remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the Soul Cairn.
That's like not that big a deal. I mean, think about these two consequences. One is I become a vampire. Like, forever. I mean, you can cure that. Not that we would know, I don't think. But that's a lifelong commitment versus being weakened within the soul cairn. These are not comparable. So, yeah, I'm ready.
I know this is difficult for you.
Oh.
I hope you trust me.
Okay.
I never do anything that could hurt you.
Are we that close? It doesn't feel like it. I love this has been Bethesda's opportunity to develop one character very deeply. And I mean, you know, we get to know Serana more than most other NPCs, but even still, like, are we that close? I wasn't getting that. But you know, I'll give her the nice response. You know what, Serana? I trust you completely.
Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Ow, that hurt. Alright. Well, let's go. Got some spicy Cheez-Its here. I was introduced to these recently. They're quite good. I'm not gonna eat too much. Don't worry. I don't like chewing sounds. They bother me. So I'm not gonna subject you guys to that. I was just craving one of the spicy Cheez-Its. Anything to say for
I've
yourself?
heard stories about the Soul Cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined.
Yeah, it's not super hospitable. Oh, we sort of already asked this, but do you know anything about this place?
Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here.
Interesting. Any soul gem?
Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the Soul Cairn takes just any leftovers.
Does anything live here?
Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The
Fair.
only things that can survive here are the ideal masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living.
Yeah, it's not great living. Are you sure Valerica has the Elder Scroll?
No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible.
Alright.
I can't imagine a better place.
I think that's a pretty fair assumption. But if she doesn't,
Then we find out where she hid it. If she's still alive. Well, as alive as she was before. Or is now. Or... you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Why not hide it in the Soul Cairn and then return?
Probably to avoid whatever my father would do to her if he could get his hands on her. Or maybe her plan was to come back, but she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her.
How powerful is your dad? He seems pretty influential, but yeah, I don't know. Do you think we'll meet the ideal what a funny name. But do you think we'll meet these so-called ideal masters?
I don't think anyone's ever met the ideal masters. I'm not even sure anyone knows
Ideal
what they look
masters.
like. They could be underground, flying above us. They might be the ground. I have no idea.
Not only are they masters, but they are ideal masters. Seems a bit redundant. I mean, I know the two words don't mean the same thing, but come on, ideal masters? You're like, geez, I get it. Alright, so why are these guys collecting the souls? These souls.
Lots of theories. Some say they feed on them like I feed on blood.
Don't remind
Others think they use them as payment to an even higher power. Almost like a currency. A very strange currency.
Yeah,
Whatever
if
they're
it
doing
works.
with them, they've been harvesting for millennia. No telling how many souls are trapped here.
Probably many. I mean, I'm asking a question I already have been given the answer to, but whatever. Why would a necromancer want to deal with them?
Look around you. There are some
Right.
extremely powerful undead here.
Right.
Even a necromancer as seasoned as my mother would be willing to spend years trying to gain access to them.
Summon them, you mean?
Exactly. It's a lost art. Most necromancers just raise up whatever bodies are nearby. A simple trick, really.
That's what you do.
Child's play. But bringing something from the Soul Cairn gives you something much more powerful.
To be fair, Serana, that's exactly what you do. I guess we have a bit of... I mean, we're not a necromancer. We are a conjurer, though. we specialize in conjuration magic. It's easy to forget because we mostly just swing our sword at things. We're technically partially a conjuration mage. Not a necromancer, but related. I mean, we summon things out of the ether, or out of somewhere. Okay, so how do the necromancers communicate with them?
Oh, that's usually the trick. It's possible to do it through a simple portal.
Ah.
But to finalize the deal, you have to travel here yourself. And most of them never come back.
Well, your mom didn't, supposedly. Alright, let's go find your mama. Bring out the sword. I wonder when you guys... I think that fills up soul gems, I would suspect. Yo.
What day is it? What year? What era, even?
That's unfortunate. Alright, yeah, let's see. I think it just reduces our... Yeah. So... How much did we get our stats reduced by? I believe that's all that the, effect does when we come in here. Okay, interesting. Health, magic, stamina recover slowly while in the soul cairn and are reduced by 45 points. I mean, that's fairly significant. 45 points ain't nothing. I mean, our health is pretty high, but... So it's not too bad, but it's still kind of bad. And the slow recovery, I mean, I think that's where they really get you.
Are you alive?
I am.
I must be imagining this.
I can see why you'd think that, but I actually am alive.
Where'd you come from?
Boneman! Or maybe Bone Man, but I kind of like Boneman. I don't want your salt piles. Come on now. I don't want your weird bone salt. That ain't kosher.
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be
Arvak!
like this.
Arvak! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Calm down. Who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse.
So
We came to
good.
this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
He is loyal. He's a good boy. He's not a dog, but he's loyal. Alright, how can I help him?
Arvak! Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Alright, I know we have bigger things to do, but I'm immediately going to go find Arvak. Oh, man. I was gonna say, I'm not too much of a horse guy. Well, in Skyrim, I meant, not in real life either. But there's... Oh, wow.
Look at
Interesting, we don't know where to find him.
the sky. What kind of place is this?
No waypoint in Skyrim? What the hell am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. Alrighty. We'll continue on with the main quest then. We will find Arvak at some point. I don't remember how, but I have found him before. There's two horses in this game I like. There's Arvak, and there's... I was gonna say Shadowfax, but that's Gandalf's horse from Lord of the Rings. The horse you get from the Dark Brotherhood quest line is not Shadowfax. It's something like that, though, right? I don't remember. But Arvak's pretty cool. I mean, it's good to have a companion, you know? There he is! Arvak! Right? What is going on here? Are you gonna lead me to your, skull, buddy? Oh man, my stamina's so low. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, that seemed like a pretty clear message. I can hear thunder in the air. My goodness. Morven Stroud. Who on earth are you?
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones.
Don't get all pretentious about it. What's the matter with you?
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers.
Okay, that's tough. I feel for
How
you.
in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
You kind of sound like it. So that's how you got here.
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know.
Of course.
Tracked me down just to see what I had for sale.
Got anything left? Oh, is he like our merchant?
Very
Oh,
funny.
no. Okay.
And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around.
God, this
Gold
fucking
doesn't exactly
thunder.
earn you any friends around here.
Okay, this is getting kind of annoying. Okay, he is going to be our merchant. Alright, there must be something you want.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Okay.
So I'll play along.
Thank you.
The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart.
I mean, I appreciate that, friend, but you're not an economist. I mean, you're choosing your currency based on what's most abundant? My friend, you want to choose a resource that has some scarcity to it. I don't mean to question your methods, I'm just saying, I don't know if you're suited for this line of work. Alright, anyway, fair enough. What do you have?
Odds and ends I've gathered over the years.
Here?
Used to gather.
Oh.
Before all of this nonsense happened to me.
I was gonna say.
Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you have the husks.
Well, I don't have them right now.
No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
I was gonna say, this is so curious. From this guy's story, we now know that physical objects can be fully transported into the soul cairn and stay in their physical form, along with a like, was this person alive when they were transported, or a skeleton, or what happened? Though, I guess also we knew that from the fact that our armor and clothes and weapons have transported. So maybe that's not much of a discovery, but it's a bit odd. Read Giub's Opus, page 10. Okay. We're starting in media res, aka in the middle of this story. About to strike me down in anger for my somewhat sordid past? Suddenly, I understood everything. Suddenly, I realized that I was brought here for a reason. I should have died in those ash wastes, but Lord Vivek, ooh, okay, must have seen something inside me that he hadn't seen in millennia, and decided to spare me from my fate. Thus began my ascent to sainthood. Thus began the rise of Giub, something like that. Vivek, that's Morrowind, right? I haven't played much Morrowind. Hey, maybe we'll on this channel at some point, but I think that's what that is. Alright, this is where the horse led us. Can we get in? Or does getting in have something to do with this merchant fellow? Because I don't see too much going on in there, to be honest with you. So I'm thinking maybe... excuse me. Excuse me. Maybe we have to get these soul husks and then come back? Or maybe I'm just talking out my ass. I don't see any other way in. So it feels like that's probably the solution. Alrighty. Alright, this is our not so invisible wall. We need to find some soul husks then. Alright, well, I can't mark it on the map, but... Whoa. I almost got struck by lightning there. well, I haven't seen any soul husks yet, but hopefully we'll find some soon. What on earth is going on over here? Alright. Whoa. Holy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Who's there?
What on earth just happened? Wow. Oh, interesting. Mistman, Wrathman, Boneman.
Done and done.
So curious. Alright, is that a one-time? It is. Interesting. So he placed down a greater grand soul gem and got a black soul gem in return. Though I'm not sure. In terms of enchanting, are black soul gems better than a grand soul gem? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a necromancer, so I don't have that use for it, but I do plan to be an enchanter, so that would be useful to me. Thank you. Alright, I'm still looking for those damn soul husks, because we actually need them now. I think to get access to Arvak. Or, I don't really remember, to be honest. But it sort of seemed like that. That's a dragon skull. Foreshadowing? Perhaps, perhaps. I heard something. Oh, there we go. Boneman. Sorry, Bonemans. Y'all do not stand a chance. Come on now. Ow. Ow. Come on. Chill out, buddy. What on earth are you? I mean, I've seen full souls of people. What leads you to become just a floating, sort of will-o'-the-wisp style soul? That seems like an odd predicament to be stuck in. I thought they only took the best of the best. Or maybe that's not even a soul. I have no idea what that is. Always good to save. Ah.
Mother? Mother!
There she is.
It can't be. Serana?
Let me
Is it
in.
really you?
Let me
I
in.
believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
Be a little
How does he know
happier.
we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Oh, no.
We're here to stop him. To make everything
He
right.
knows about it.
Wait a minute. You've brought a stranger here?
Excuse
You
me.
lost your mind?
No, you don't.
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
I gotta say, Serana, both of your parents kind of suck. Also, how on earth do you know that I'm a vampire hunter? You know what? I'm not usually vindictive, but I saved her from your foolish
I
plan.
find your choice of words quite interesting.
Shut
considering that
up.
Serana is in far more danger now than she
Shut
was
up.
following my foolish plan.
I don't want to hear it.
Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here for the Elder Scroll, lady.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
Huh? What on earth do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkahar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls.
Right.
The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow.
Mm-hmm.
The second scroll declares that The blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
Okay, how does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal.
Yikes.
Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal.
God, Serana's had it tough.
Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
None of this is good. Let me ask you this. Serana underwent this ritual willingly?
It was expected of her, just as it was expected of me. Being selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor. She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that.
I mean, I'm gonna ask her about this, because I know she's a vampire, but she seems pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know, she seems like a Molig Bal follower. Cold Harbor?
It's what some call the domain of Molig Bal.
Ah.
His place in oblivion.
Sounds kind of like Far Harbor. Makes me think of New England. Okay, so the tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
I mean, you gave her way too many hints, though. You should have... I mean, if you really thought your plan was the best plan, you should have made it a little more foolproof. Okay, so are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I mean, you don't need to kill someone to get their blood, though. Or is that, like, assumed? Maybe it's more dramatic that way, right? Okay. I have the White Knight simp line available to me. You know what? I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
My fists! I love that I can say I'd never let that happen, and then next line go, well, maybe it has to happen. I don't know. Well, you know what? I'll humble myself, Valerica. I'll need your help, frankly.
Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel is as much of a danger as hers.
I should have humbled myself. And Serana's opinion on this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the soul care,
I haven't.
you're still a vampire hunter at heart.
I felt you'd know if I
You're
had.
here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be
How do you
destroyed.
know this about me? How does she know this about me? Is this question going to be answered? Can you, do you have the sight, the vision? How on earth do you know this? I don't think it's obvious from looking at me. And also, I mean, I'm just like an adventurer, man. I'm not really running on, morals here. I don't really care too much about vampires. I'm a werewolf. I know we're different, but we're still both sort of societal abominations, so I'm really not as judgmental as you assume. I don't know. I guess I'll go for, the idealistic option. Serana believes in me. Why won't you?
Serana? This stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
Thank you, Serana. Thank you.
Dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
You suck.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. I don't
Yeah.
understand how that makes
Yeah.
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly.
Yeah.
Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might be
Damn.
different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too.
True.
I
So
want to see my
true.
family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that.
So based.
Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us.
Wow.
We have to stop him. before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I didn't see.
Humble
I've allowed
yourself
my
now.
hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours.
Yeah, we want it.
Your intentions are still somewhat unclear.
I don't want to hear it.
For Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Serana, you're the best of all of us. Oh, man. Alrighty. We've had that family tiff resolved. Maybe we can have such a magnanimous resolution with her father, too. He says, knowing that's not what's going to happen. Alright, Valerica. Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured
Okay.
since I was imprisoned.
Okay.
Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
Hey, just let me in. Alright, what do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins.
Huh?
At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled.
Poor unfortunate souls.
Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
Alrighty. Fine, we'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the Cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
I mean, I know that's supposed to be threatening, but we have literally killed Alduin. We are the master of all dragons. That does not frighten me. I mean, we know the answer to this. That's a dumb question. I guess I'll ask number 2. If I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place,
Ugh.
a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void.
I don't know if I like
You
that.
should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Alright, that's good at
Be
least.
careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Man, shut up. You're a terrible mother. Anything to say,
Let's
Serana?
kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
I know we're right in front of her, but I'm curious. How are you feeling after talking to your mother?
Relieved, I think.
Okay.
All those things had been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her.
Hey, fair enough. Why did you ever agree to her plan? Or, I mean, did you even agree?
Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became clutter. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them.
I see. I see. Yeah, she doesn't seem too fond of him.
The moment we gave ourselves to Moloch Ball, things got really icy between them.
Really?
They were both drunk with power,
Ah.
and pulling in different directions. And then he found that prophecy, and that was it.
Okay. I was gonna say, it seems weird that the moment you gave yourselves to Moloch Ball, that would be the moment. But that's the moment that y'all became pure-blood, or she became pure-blooded vampire, and then she has the power, and I see what you're saying. They were both powerful and both wanted what they wanted, and you, Serana, you were caught in the middle.
I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was.
Damn.
He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
Nah, who knows? Who knows? You really shouldn't blame yourself.
I know that in my head, but I just can't help feeling bad about the way things are. Sorry, I know you're trying to help. Thanks.
No need to
Anyway,
apologize.
we should keep moving.
I get it, girl. And I will say, I mean, your mother seems pretty bad. To be fair, on a purely practical level, she is better than your father. Her goals are far less harmful. But I understand on a sort of personal level, they both mistreated you. Alright, still no Arvak. We'll find Arvak, don't you worry. Alrighty. We're gonna end this episode here. We've made it to the Soul Cairn. We have found Serana's mother. We had a bit of an argument, but it seems to have sort of resolved itself. We have a quest to do. We must break the barrier. Watch out for a dragon while we're doing it. And then we can gain access to this Elder Scroll, which is, you know, what we came here for. That's what we'll get up to next time. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a good time with today's episode. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you would leave a like, subscribe, tune in every weekend, roughly, for a new episode. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys are having a good day today, and I will see you all again next time. Goodbye.